So this time from the Series 4 Marvel Universe, we're taking a look at the Spider-Man. Let's get a little bit more light in here. This Spider-Man actually there's a variant too. This is the regular figure. The variant figure is the Baghead Spider-Man. Which unfortunately I did not get when I ordered this through the internet. But he's alright. But before we take a look at the figure, we're going to take a look at the back of the package here. And there's the cross-sell information, or the cross-sell figures, and the write-up for the Spider-Man. And you can see the funny little saying that for this, well, they're starting to do these in waves for Series 4. Now, it used to be each series, but for this wave, it's MODOK. And he, of course, comes with his silly little comic book cover. So the suit that he's wearing is the Future Foundation suit. And that's, of course, the quick replacement of the Fantastic Four because of the death of the Human Torch. And Spider-Man replaces, or, takes the Human Torch's spot on the Fantastic Four, and they rename themselves the Future Foundation, and they wear their all-white costumes, and this is the costume that he gets to wear as part of the team. It's an okay design. I don't really have a problem with the design. It's sort of the reverse of Venom costume, kind of, with the exception of the black stripes going down the sides here. Sculpt-wise, he's a little bit too muscular. The body that they used for this figure is just a little bit too broad and muscular for Spider-Man, if you ask me. Alone, you don't really notice it, but if you put him next to another figure, he just looks too bulky to be the Spider-Man that we've come to know. He looks much more like Venom would, and this would, I think, be a great basis for maybe a new Scarlet Spider or a new Venom figure. The Flash Thompson Venom. I really like the head and eyes that are sculpted on there. And the paint really helps too. I think in some areas, in others, it's not too... they use too much of that gray, but sometimes, in some spots, the gray is used very well, like on the abs and in the chest area. The pants here are just a little bit too gray for me on the inside. They have they're whiter on the outside here where the black is. Overall, it's still, it's an okay paint job. For articulation, his head does go pretty far up and pretty far down, and it does go side to side, but it is a little bit hindered there, it seems, past a certain point. And I'm not going to force it. Arms go all the way around, out to the side, rotate at the bicep, bend at the elbow, rotate at the wrist. He's got upper torso articulation, forward and back, left and right. Waist articulation as well. But he is a little bit hindered. I don't want to force it again. It feels like it's going to snap and break. The legs are really not that posable. Really just forward and back like that is all I can really do. If you bring it out to the sides, you will pop that joint off the ball joint in there, unfortunately. His thighs do rotate, and he's got double joints at the knees. He rotates at the calf there, below the knee, and he's got the new ankle articulation forward and back, as well as the pivoting side there. The hip articulation is so hindered that you're not going to get very many poses out of him, and you know, so it does kind of ruin a little bit of what the good articulation points, or the really great articulation points that he has, like his head and the new feet. But for accessories, he does come with this little spider web or webbing thing that you can put into his, clip onto his hand. I kind of like clipping it onto him like that, because the web is kind of coming right out from under his wrist. You do have a lot of excess backup for some reason. You know, it's an okay accessory. It's not the best. You've seen it with other Spider-Men before. So, I like the outfit. You know, I like the sculpt. I don't really think it quite fits the character, the Spider-Man. I think it's a bit bulky, but I do like what they were trying to do with it, in giving some new articulation point to the Spider-Man. I just wish they could have gone with a much skinnier body. He does look like he's been pumping up a little bit. So I guess that's it for the Future Foundation version of Spider-Man. And stay tuned. The next review is going to be Kang, the time-traveling Avengers foe. Until then, I'll see you.